the 2024 situation is heating up. And Nikki Haley, it is now being sort of pre-announced that she is going to make an announcement. Trump was asked, I think this is from yesterday, Trump was asked about Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis. Here's what he had to say.
Nikki Haley called me the other day to talk to me. I talked to her for a little while, but I said, look, go by your heart if you want to run. She's publicly stated I would never run against my president. He was a great president. Florida was actually closed for a very long period of time. Remember, he closed the beaches and everything else. They're trying to rewrite history.
Okay, so some of this is just political jockeying. It is true that Nikki Haley said she wasn't going to run against Trump. She did actually say that at one point, but it sounds like she is going to run, so he's entitled to say that. But he's been trying. One of the things that you're seeing over the last 48 hours or so is the Trump and the Trump surrogates are really trying to make it seem like somehow DeSantis was really for lockdowns and really for masks and all of this stuff. And it's like DeSantis actually picked up on it very quickly and was trying to open up extremely quickly. So when Trump says that about the beaches and everything else, he might be forgetting Donald Trump from about 2 years ago.
As many schools and school districts are closing across the country, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has not ruled out closing for opening out schools in May, saying that many kids are not vulnerable to this disease. Do you agree with that assessment? And do you believe that would you recommend that schools open up and to those states that have?
Well, I have a lot of confidence in Ron DeSantis, a lot of faith in Ron DeSantis to make the right decision. He's doing a great job as governor. Ron DeSantis, I had read where he's thinking about opening up the schools earlier than the date, the end of the month. I'd have to look at the numbers. But again, I like to.
So again, if you're a Trump person and you're watching this, right, the guy that I voted for, I just think this is a losing strategy. DeSantis has become the figurehead for fighting COVID. We are having this policy now. He has this group of people, including Brett Weinstein and Jay Bhattacharya from Stanford, where we are going to look into vaccine injuries. Like, we've done more here in Florida to stop the COVID madness than anywhere else. Also, everybody gets a little leash in the first 2 months of COVID, including Donald Trump. By the way, I also give Donald Trump a lot of credit because Donald Trump from the beginning did not want to do a federal top-down policy on COVID. He was pushing it all to the states. But then, and nobody's perfect, when states started opening up, Trump did actually push back. You may remember this. This is in April of 2020 from Reuters. U.S. President Donald Trump on Wednesday said he strongly disagrees with Georgia's aggressive push to reopen its economy in the midst of the novel coronavirus pandemic, saying it's just too soon to lift some restrictions. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, a Republican and Trump ally, is allowing businesses such as beauty salons, tattoo parlors, and bowling alleys to reopen as soon as Friday. Trump said Georgia is not adhering to federal guidelines for states to restart their economies. Okay, so I'm just trying to give you a little context because what do I always do on this show? We try to go to old clips so we don't rewrite history constantly, because if you're rewriting history constantly, you will not get to a future that is sane.